Hi, I'm Charlie Isley. I'm a flight paramedic and an EMS educator. We're here today with Dr. Jack Pacey from British Columbia, Canada. He is a vascular surgeon, but he is the inventor of the GlideScope video laryngoscope system. And Dr. Pacey, thanks for being with us today. We're kind of excited to hear about how video laryngoscopy can help us here in EMS.
Great, Charlie. Thanks for inviting me.
Dr. Pacey, you invented the GlideScope.
That's right.
Did that. You've been a surgeon since the mid-'70s. How did a surgeon come up with the idea for a laryngoscope, a video laryngoscope, something in anesthesia? That seems like it crosses over out of a surgeon's typical area, typical realm.
Mm-hmm. Well, Charlie, I moved into the area of video surgery, and so I was trying to improve that by developing a video retractor for surgery. And one day after taking a gallbladder out of a pig with this device,
right.
I went back to the hospital and I was faced with two anesthetists, both sweating, table pumped up, a pile of used airway equipment that had failed to get control of the airway. And I thought for a few minutes, and I thought, wait a minute, this device that I've been using for surgery would be perfect for the airway. There's nothing in the airway except for the tongue, so I can retract this. And so it was kind of a moment of realization. That's
incredible. How did you take that idea and then turn it into the GlideScope? Because that's a huge jump. It's a huge jump. How do you go through that process?
Well, you know, surgeons are accustomed to adapting to different circumstances to accomplish the task, because there's nobody but you. So so basically, once I realized that it was simply a question of getting a camera in the right position and holding the tongue out of the way, then it became a question of perfecting the device to do those things automatically or manually. So it took a number of prototypes to get that done, and one of the things that happens when you try different approaches, different geometry and so on, is eventually it gets to be absolutely perfect.
And you've done a lot of prototypes. It seems like you build them all the time.
Well, the first thing I do when I get an idea is to create some kind of a physical prototype, and you learn 95% of what you're ever going to know about the subject from that first prototype.
Direct laryngoscopy really hasn't changed much in the last 100 years. Dr. Jackson could probably figure out how to use our direct laryngoscopy equipment. How did we make the jump to video laryngoscopy? How did that happen?
Well, there were two developments that really enabled video laryngoscopy. One of them was the development of CMOS cameras. These are very small microchip cameras that produced a quantum leap. And then the other one was the rapid development of LED lighting systems, so that white LEDs are a recent development. So these two things put together a package that enabled high-quality video in a tight, confined space.
And that started out, you as a surgeon, you used that before anesthesia picked up on it.
True, but we were focused mainly on fiber optic systems and optical systems, and video is a late development in surgery as well.
People making the transition from direct laryngoscopy to video laryngoscopy, it's tough because it's a new technique. As a tenured, experienced surgeon, you must have had those same feelings, the same obstructions when you went from direct surgery, hands-on, to using minimally invasive surgery. It's a different technique.
Very much so. And I think the first thing is you have to realize that you need to do it. And once you've made that decision, then you have to figure out what the steps are going to be. With adopting video surgery, this was a totally new field. The techniques were being developed as we were starting to operate. And so we basically made a plan at our hospital. We said, right, we'll take 3 surgeons with each case. We will learn, we'll set out the objectives together, and we'll learn together, so that we telescope the experience down to a very short period of time. And this was very important because we identified the risks and we avoided them. Now, you know, when we started video surgery, the video cameras were very poor quality, the lights were poor, so there was a lot more risk than there is now with very high quality systems.
You said something in the beginning that was, I think, the